my 3-day watermelon cleanse. Not a fast, but rather a feast, and how you can feel absolutely incredible on top of your game by doing a watermelon cleanse. Hello, if you're new here, welcome to my channel, Rawlicious, where you can find lots of information, my free ebook in the description box below, and also on my website, www.rawliciousyu.com. I've been recently on a watermelon cleanse, a 3-day one. I was thinking about doing longer, but I felt 3 days was enough. I'd already completed in February a juice cleanse for 30 days, and I decided I do enjoy cleanses, but I do have reservations about continuously being on juice cleanses. Well, the whole purpose of a long-term juice cleanse, or your 30, 60, 90 days, is to get rid of the mucoid plaque out of the GI tract. That's really the only purpose. However, mini little fasts, the more I'm understanding and learning, they can actually serve as these little cleanses if it's not going back to how you used to eat. They're only serving us if you are still moving forwards in eating a high or fully raw vegan diet. If you're going back to eating processed foods, going back to animal products, or just animal foods, can't really call them products because they're animals, anything to do with animals, they're byproducts, you are just in a vicious cycle and you're forever going to be up and down. I personally believe if you're on this path of awakening, sacred journey, cleaning out the body, not to purity, but you're on that path of wanting to feel your ultimate best, never have a weight problem again. You want to experiment with these little mini mono fruit cleanses because they really are incredible for the body. And the main, a really particular one is the watermelon cleanse. We are so blessed here in Thailand. They're so delicious right now. They're so juicy. I do enjoy a lime on top of it. Oh, it's divine. I like to do the whole fruit when I'm doing a cleanse rather than juicing. I believe juicing has a place when you're doing the removal of the mucoid plaque, the biofilms. But really, when you're doing some mini cleanses, aim to go for, the whole fruits rather than the juices. So mix it up. The fruits, the smoothies. Some people on a cleanse do mix a few other fruits. That's fine. But for me personally, I prefer the monos. So I'm keeping it really simple, where it's very good on my digestion. Because, if you're feeling tired a lot, then just try a 3-day mono cleanse, especially the watermelon, because you're going to give your digestion a break. Watermelon is 90% water. It's going to hydrate your cells. It's going to make you feel energized and feel really good. You might initially feel hungry and a little bit lost, especially if you're using food to suppress, to escape, to numb, like most of us do if we're bored. If you're using it for that, you're never really going to truly feel the benefits of fruit, of especially the watermelon. I will call it a feast because it's an abundance. You're not limited, you're not restricted to how much. On this path in my coaching, I never tell anybody to restrict. I really don't want anybody to come from a restricting way of eating diet, because when you're on a high or fully raw vegan diet, you never have to restrict ever again. Binge eating to numb, suppress, to escape. It's to actually fulfill all your nourishment, that satisfaction. You get to the point where you don't really ever binge eat again. That's why I love high or fully raw vegan diet, because you get to experience feeling incredible, in touch with yourself, your emotions. You handle stress so much better. You handle everyday challenges so much better when you're eating a cleaner, healthier diet. So you get all those benefits, but you're going to look great. You're going to look rawlicious. So it's a win-win. I highly recommend trying a watermelon cleanse and try for 24 hours, increase it then to 3 days. If you can do longer, I've had some friends do 10 days, 11 days, one of my friends. So I did 3 days, felt freaking incredible. If you feel a bit lost as well, if you feel like, you've got a little bit of, yourself in a rut and you don't really know, what path to go on. You want to connect to your intuition. You just need that space to really think. Then cleanses are brilliant, really helpful, because they're giving you the calories, they're giving you the energy, but they're nourishing. They're nourishing your body with the phytonutrients. Watermelon is so good for your cells and it reduces inflammation. So if you're feeling, especially after a workout, for me, I've been really tweaking my diet for years to get optimal health. Because the goal is not just how you look, it's how you feel. I do share, like, this is how you can look and, have that lean, sexy body, feel confident, but you're going to feel good and energized, able to spend longer with your children, not getting those dips in the afternoon where you feel sluggish and you're struggling. All you want to do is sleep. It's very natural for us to go on to mono fruits, especially when we're back in the day. Back a long, long time ago, we used to eat an abundance of just one fruit. Wherever we would find, we'd eat that. Just eat that one fruit for long periods of time. They're all the pros, the mental clarity, the flushing of the toxins, the hydration, the energy, the supple skin, the glowing eyes, the brighter whites. But there are some cons when you do it, especially if you're coming from animal products, processed foods, heavy foods. Then it's going to take some time for you to get there, to not get such heavy detox. I would transition. I would perhaps have a breakfast and lunch of fruits, build up to it. It doesn't have to be a full few months of just going raw or fruit. It probably help, but if you really want to feel those benefits, then I would start to reduce your intake of processed foods, especially takeaways, eat more wholesome, undenatured food if possible, and then feel the benefits of what a watermelon cleanse can offer you. But you will go to toilet quite often. Even for myself, I found myself going quite a lot. That's normal, completely normal. Your body does start to adjust, but it's probably challenging if you're at work and you're having to keep going up to the toilet. But it's part of that. It's great for mental stimulation and also physical, getting the body moving up and down so you're not sat at your desk all day. So it's actually quite helpful. If you're drinking caffeine and alcohol, this is going to be a challenge because they are so toxic to your body. And when you're flooding your body with all this goodness, your body just doesn't know what to do. So you may struggle initially, the cravings, the fatigue, but then you always argue, well, okay, I'm already tired anyways, so I'm still tired on this. But when you get through that, and sometimes you may need longer, when you push through, you're going to feel all those benefits. What do you get with this gorgeous watermelon? Potassium, vitamin A, vitamin C, copper. It's so electric, energizing. My top tips is make sure you have plenty in, eat in abundance, don't restrict, look at the size of this. That was like this other part of it. So 2, I have a minimum of those a day. So don't restrict. And use lime. You can blend it into smoothies. You can have it whole or in a juice. I prefer whole with the lime juice on top. Get ready to have better sleep, deeper sleep. Feel more fulfilled, have clarity, alertness, more present. You have this calmer attitude. Your reaction to things are a lot more calmer, more productive. You're in like a meditative state. It's a really nice euphoric feeling. Let's get away from there's too much variety on the plate and get simple. Get simplicity. Try it. It's worth it. I love it. And I highly recommend you do it too. If you've got any questions or you want support on your journey of high or fully raw, going Rawlicious, feeling great, I have a course that is 30 days to Rawlicious that helps keep this simple, enjoyable, and sacred, a very intuitive experience. It's a magical journey. If you want to be part of that, or you want my free ebook or more information about me and what I offer, then check all that in the description box below or on my website, www.rawliciousyou.com. So be, stay, and feel Rawlicious.
No, 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 no.